Good morning, y'all. This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I wanted to hop on and just talk. If you've been to my channel before, thank you for coming back as always. If you are new, welcome. What did I learn from the full moon? I am so glad to be feeling myself again today. It has been a hell of a weekend. I don't know about y'all. Good morning, Christina. Hey, Erin. Hey, Debbie. Yeah. Yesterday was just like such a draining day. It was very eye-opening. Really, it started Saturday morning for me. And let me just backtrack a little bit. So I keep saying, like, I don't even know who the old me is anymore. When I say that, I mean, I surprise myself on the daily with how much growth has happened in just almost 2 years, right? It as much work as I do in the energy line of work, it still never ceases to surprise me. Okay. So yeah, totally different person. It's craziness, right? So I used to get triggered by everything. By everything. I was always in a constant state of worry and a constant state of fear, and always seeking validation from other people, not knowing my worth, all the typical things that happen with an awakening before the awakening. I was dealing with it. Hey, Nestor, how are you doing? And recently, I have just come to this place of, whew, you know what I'm saying? Just breathe. Just breathe. And there's been a lot of trials and tribulations, especially, figuring out the last bit of, and I don't want to say the last bit, but especially when it comes to the patterns and the habits that I have around relationships, not only with self, but with others. And since meeting my twin, I'm really am getting tired of labels, though, because it doesn't matter if he's my twin or not. Like, yes, I am very, very aware, right? But one of the biggest lessons, good morning, Jason, good morning, Carlton. But one of the biggest lessons that I have learned with the whole twin flame thing is, it does not matter who the person is. Okay. It doesn't matter if it is a strong soulmate connection, twin flame energy. It doesn't matter, because in the grand scheme of things, our individual journey matters most, right? We cannot put our lives on hold. We cannot stop our progress because someone is not on the same page as us. Okay. That was one of the biggest lessons that I had learned. And I was putting a lot of time and focus on trying to keep this connection alive. And, but in reality, I was chasing. And what happens when we're in a state of chasing? We are in a state of lacking. And I really had to reel it back in and be like, okay, you know what? There's a lack of communication here. I deserve more. For the first time in my life, I did not go to what is wrong with me. Why am I never enough? And that was a huge thing for me. I know it's not me. It's not me. And I have fully accepted myself on a lot of different levels that I never even thought of before. And so stepping back into this empowerment, right? It was very bittersweet, because it's like, of course I want this connection. Of course I want this communication. But in reality, I am not in control of that. I cannot make someone talk to me. I cannot make someone want to work on this connection. I can hold this space. I can continue to pray. And like, okay, a lot of what I was doing was watching readings, cross-watching for him to kind of see what he was going through. And that's still chasing. That's, I keep hearing the word stalking. So I quit looking at his snap. I quit looking at the, and this has only been 2 days, y'all, but still, I'm not watching any more videos on his zodiac sign. And I'm starting to detach a little bit so I can gain more clarity on myself and what I need to be working on, right? So that was one big thing. Well, as soon as I moved into this energy, of course, the universe is like, okay, well, let's see what you got. And Saturday morning, I woke up, and this was before I decided to not look at his stuff anymore. Okay. It was when I felt like I needed to pull back, not try to reach out so much, and whatever the case may be. So I woke up Saturday, I looked at his snap, and of course, I kind of had this feeling several weeks ago that he might be trying to work things out with his ex, or, whatever. I feel like he's seeing somebody. And okay, all right, well, you know what? That just gives me more time and more space for me to focus on myself and not get wrapped up in the whole twin flame thing, right? So when I saw the snap of him out with another girl, and of course he never posted a face, but it was like Friday night drinks, whatever, and I didn't get triggered. I was like, okay, all right, well, you know what? You figure out your shit. I'm going to continue figuring out mine because I'm not stopping this fucking train. And it helped me realign back with self and to that awareness, and putting my focus, my time, and my energy to being there for the people who do want me in their lives, and helping those gain closure and clarity through all their situations. Now, let me tell you, I had a couple personal readings this weekend that were so, so powerful. And I did some regression work with, I don't know if she wants me to tell her. I mean, and I won't ever tell any personal information from any of my sessions. Just know that anyone who gets a personal reading or session with me, all of that stays confidential. But it was one of those moments where it really showed me and solidified that message for myself as well. Hey, Ellie, I was just talking about you. I don't know if you're okay with sharing that you had a session with me, but it was such a powerful message. And it really helped me in a lot of ways too, because it was that confirmation to step into this goddess energy, to take that empowerment back. And one thing that I love from Ellie's session is, hey, Danny, is that she just proved that she can change the timeline and the course of things by doing the work, right? Did you not learn that? Okay. Hey, Terry. Yeah, it was one of those things where she had been having a reoccurring dream, and it had been the same for so long. And then after our regression work, the dream changed, and it turned into a much more positive aspect by doing that inner work, y'all. So if you feel like your storyline is not changing, if you feel like you're still repeating the same things, you have to do the work. She just proved that she can change the timeline and the course of her journey by doing the work and coming into that self-acceptance. And I'm so freaking proud of you. And it did. And it did. It solidified that for me. Like, okay, like, listen, the more we do this, the more we move into our purpose and come into this state of being that we can change this timeline. And it's just amazing. So not only that, but helping, people who I can feel so much light within step into that purpose is just, it's so heartwarming to me, y'all. Like, you have no idea. I want to say thank you again. Thank you for trusting me with this work. Thank you for trusting me with these messages and allowing me to do my God-given talent, y'all. I am so freaking happy. And so that was Saturday. Sunday. Okay, so a friend of mine who's also my boss, but she's my friend first. Oh, happy birthday, Nelson. Awesome. Much love and many blessings to you, brother. I hope that you have the most amazing day possible. My birthday is actually next Sunday. So yeah, I'm super excited. Taurus peeps. So, but yeah, so my friend has been going through a really hard time with, and it's very sad. And those of you who are in my tribe group, I did post in there for my prayer warriors, to step up and help send that positive, loving energy. She has a family friend. Okay, so this is her husband's best friend's brother, and he's only 22, and he just passed this morning from cancer. Okay, and he had leukemia since a child, and they didn't realize it, and then of course it spread everywhere, and it was detrimental. And it has been turning their family upside down. So one of the other girls who just started working with us recently, this is her brother-in-law. And so they're all friends, they're all connected, and there's a lot of family drama involved too. But yesterday, and the confirmation, you know, we go through, when we're going through the awakening process and we're learning our abilities, we always wonder, like, what are we actually capable of? Well, I was watching this medium show several weeks ago, and this woman could connect to people who were nonverbal, had a hard time communicating, and going through these health problems. And you know, their family calls her in to help, you know, spread these messages and get these messages across. Well, I found out that I can do that, and I wondered when I saw that, can I do that? I know I've connected to people's higher self, to their spirit guides, you know, and different realms of beings, but I wasn't sure if I was actually able to do that. And what a great gift. What a great gift. So she asked me to, you know, send Reiki and, you know, those kind of things. And I mean, I went so deep, y'all, so deep. And I was sending the Reiki and just letting the energy flow. And then all of a sudden, these messages and these emotions started like just all over my body. Every time I was taking a breath in, my bed started rocking back and forth. My right arm started getting pulled, and then all of a sudden these messages start coming through, and I text her like, I need to talk to you. I need to get these messages across. And it was just so powerful and profound. And it was crazy how the messages came out, because he was giving the women, you know, all the respect, all the love. Thank you for stepping up to the table, which I didn't realize that the men couldn't quite handle what was going on. And of course, the women stepped up to take care of the majority of the stuff. And, in reality, the men were having a harder time with it. So they were pulling back and going, you know, into this self-destructive mode, or trying to act like it wasn't happening, right? So they were trying to get a hold of his father and all this crazy stuff. And it's like, he didn't want them to see him go like that. They didn't want them hovering over him and watching him die. So right after the conversation and, you know, giving the messages to his girlfriend, fiance, love of his life, whatever she wants to be called, but the messages that came through for her were so profound and so real, and just so much love was pouring through. Like, I would choose you a million times over, and I'm not going to leave you. You can't get rid of me. I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to help you through everything. I'm not gone. Right. And he was also showing me like him stepping outside of his body and walking around the house, watching everything that was going on behind the scenes. So once I got those messages out, they're like, holy crap, that this makes so much sense. So not only was I able to help a lot of the family members and the women that were, having a hard time grieving because they weren't really getting that space to grieve through this process. They were just trying to be strong. Everyone broke down. Those tears of healing started coming through. And I told my friend, like, he just needs space right now. Just let him have space. And while I was on the phone with her, everyone that was just sitting with him walked out on their own. You know what I'm saying? Telling stories and sharing and honoring his memory the way that he wanted to be honored without them even knowing. So that was a powerful confirmation in itself. And it's like, holy crap, guys. And I mean, I was so drained. I was like just completely done. I ended up taking almost a 3-hour nap. And I was just like, I'm not even sure how I'm going to feel this week. And then I woke up this morning knowing that he took his last breath. I'm in the vet's office with Charlie, who, let me tell y'all, dogs are so expensive, y'all. I can't believe that I just dropped $300 to get my dog vaccinated. But it happened. So I'm hoping that will balance out, because I wasn't expecting that price tag. But again, instead of moving into fear and like, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay my bills? That was like $100 more than what I was thinking. And, it was one of those moments that I could have easily gone back into fear and whatnot, and I didn't. And it's so profound. It's so profound what this work can do for you, and knowing that everything is going to turn out exactly as it needs to be. Just having faith in the universe and letting them lead me, because I'm telling you, the more that I do this work, the more I surprise myself with my abilities. And I am just so honored that not only when these messages come through, you feel it as truth, right? It's truth. And that's profound in itself. And I'm so freaking grateful, y'all. So grateful. Yes, it is. And it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful. And, all these things, like, okay, even around my birthday, I have this weird thing around my birthday, and I should probably work on that now that it's coming up. But when I was young, like, I remember this one memory. I was in elementary school, and I invited my whole class to my birthday, and no one showed up except for my 2 best friends who weren't even in my class. And I'm not even friends with one of them anymore because she chose my ex-husband, and, when everything went down, and it's like, okay, whatevs, but only 2 friends showed up. And so I've always had this like weird thing around my birthday. Like, I want it to be special. I want it to be celebrated, but I always had a feeling like it had to look a certain way. And, with everything going on, especially with my work colleagues and whatnot, I don't know what's going to happen for my birthday this weekend. And it is what it is. Last year, I honestly thought I had it all planned out. Didn't turn out anything like I expected it to, and it was still a great day. So again, going into that, then my aunt calls me about our Cali trip, and she's like, oh, well, it's Mother's Day weekend. I totally skipped, blah, blah, blah. Again, it's going to turn out how it needs to be. And I'm fully aware that the universe works in divine timing. So when things kind of get mixed up, there's no reason for us to move into fear, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. And exactly. No expectations, Danny. Right? When we move into no expectations, there is a less chance of us getting hurt or wounded when something doesn't turn out the way that we want it to. And that's because we are trying to be in control. And in reality, we are not. So, yeah, exactly. And it's letting go. It's that surrender. And it's so beautiful and makes me feel so strong within myself that I can let things go now. I don't have to hold on to it. I don't have to let it be my reality to stay in um in this control mode or this fear-based energy. It doesn't serve me. It doesn't do anyone any good. And I'm here to radiate at my highest level possible. So what would that do to me? It would bring me down. Well, fuck that. So yeah, and it's just yeah. Oh yes, turn up, turn up. Yeah, it's gonna be a great day no matter what, because I'm here and that's all I can ask for. So just know, because I think back to the times in my life where I didn't want to be here. I didn't know my purpose. I didn't feel loved. I was surrounded by people, but didn't feel heard or understood. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up, because listen, it is that moment where spirit pushes us most and says, you know what, get up, wake up, stand on your own 2 feet, and don't be afraid of what we're bringing in for you, because trust me, it's better than this. And you have to go through that pain and that growth in order to get to where you need to be. And it's a beautiful transition. And I used to look back on my life like, my life is a fucking mess, y'all. My life is a fucking mess. And it's not. And even though there might be chaos all around me, I don't feel it anymore. I am simply an observer of the external things. When things do get brought up eternally, then I focus on that. I face it and I say, I see you. What are we working through today? And that was one of the things that's been helping me get through a lot of these purges, is not only feeling it, because when it comes up, you feel it, you know what I'm saying? But almost in more of an analytical point where it's like, okay, well, you're feeling this, this, and this. So what is that stemming from? And I walk myself through it just using my tools, the same tools that I teach y'all. So but yeah, and knowing that you are okay, that there's nothing wrong with you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. We are shedding our untruths. We are shedding the reality of others that have been placed upon us. And now we are stepping into our reality, our truth, and our the energy we should have been in from the very beginning, right? So it is so powerful and it's so lovely, and I'm just super, super thankful. So yes, that is what I have learned from the full moon in Libra. Let me tell you, it has been a doozy. It has been a doozy. But I came out of it, and you can see me today. Like, I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, I'm very thankful for this journey. I'm thankful to my spirit guides. I'm thankful to my damn beautiful tribe. I am so thankful for everything that has happened in my life that has gotten me here, and the work, determination, and the resiliency that I have shown to myself to step up to the plate and to have faith, to have full faith, is so, so beautiful. And I just thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with me, especially those who have been here from the beginning and have seen the transformation. I know I have looked back at some of the videos and it's like, holy crap, I was miserable. I was miserable. I didn't even know which way I was going. It reminds me of that memes. I don't have ducks in a row. They're not even in a pond. I got squirrels and they are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So yes, exactly. And I'm glowing because I'm fucking proud of myself. I am proud of myself for how far I have come, and, you know, realizing that I might not be exactly where I wanted to be at this point in my life, but that's a beautiful thing, because I don't want to fit in like everyone else. I see everyone else trying to live that old dream that I used to want. having the family, having marriage, having kids, having this little suburban life and a 9 to 5 and stability and all that. And all I want now is my soul to be free. And it's already there. It's so much more there than it ever has been. And the more I move into this purpose and the more that I move in to my true being, the more I am freed. And it is. I don't even know what to say, because every day I wake up and give gratitude to my spirit guides and my angels and set my intentions for the day. And when I go to bed, I show my gratitude again and I let them know everything that I've learned from that day. And the more that we speak and the more that we allow ourselves to be in that energy, we are solidifying that every single day. So no, exactly. It is never ending. And that's my point. If we're always worried about, oh, I got to fix something else now, you know what? Because if you go into that energy, I actually had a friend say, how much more do I need to work on? A lot. Okay. It will never stop. And that's the beautiful thing, because it is not till we are called home that our job is done. Okay. And that's what I told my friend this morning. And it's like, isn't this what we wanted though? We wanted him to be out of pain. We wanted him to go to his true home. He's where he needs to be. And, it's one of those things where I know that with death is graduation. That is my truth, right? That is personally what I feel and believe. And when our time comes, then we know that all of our work has been done. Okay. So make it count. Do not procrastinate. Don't dig your heels in the sand. Allow it to come in, allow it to flow out. Because the longer you hold on to it, the longer you fight yourself, the disservice you are doing to your soul is tremendous. So realize how beautiful and special you are, that there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are stepping into your purpose. You are stepping into your authentic truth, into your light. And that is where the miracles happen, my friends. So, exactly, Ellie. So, no, honestly, it wasn't. I have a couple other friends that are going through very similar things, and it was actually 2 weeks ago that I talked to her, and it was about the whole twin thing, and she was like, "Well, how much more do I have to work on?" I'm like, "Listen, we both got a lot of work to do," and she, started doing the work on her own and gaining clarity and help from people that I trust. So then she came to me by herself and was like, I got a lot of work to do. Yes, ma'am. Yep. You've been putting it off long enough. It's time to face it head on. And a lot of people that have been coming into the gym, just the lack of self-confidence. And it's like, I remember those days where I had to be in the mirror and I could not even look at myself without feeling some sort of shame or disgust. And now I can look at myself and be like, damn, you were beautiful, Jess. You were so beautiful inside and out. And I wouldn't change a thing. I would not change a thing, because I love me in this moment where I'm at right now. I love myself so unconditionally. And anytime that I even remotely feel those external voices that have put me down over the years starting to creep back up, I shove them things. Nope. There ain't no time, no space, or energy that I am going to be putting into that, because I know myself. I know my worth, and you ain't nobody got time for that. So, yeah, exactly. And you'll always be reminded. And you'll always have those moments where you feel like you're at a certain place and then universe throws in a tailspin and it's like, okay, what about now? And they do have a way of doing that. And that was the one thing that really caught me this weekend. It was like, damn, I didn't react this time. Last time I went batshit, like, oh, fuck this, da, da, da. Well, fine, I'm just done, knowing damn well I wasn't done. You know what I'm saying? Nope, nope. It was just, okay, all right, you do what you got to do. Nope, I am not giving in to that negativity. I'm here. I will continue to be here, centered in a space of love, forgiveness, gratitude, compassion. And that's where I choose to stay. I will not let my energy be disrupted by any external sources anymore. And if it does happen, I will forgive myself and move right back into alignment. So, yeah, I hope that helps y'all, for anyone who has been feeling this energy, because listen, it has been rough. It has been very eye-opening. And I hope all of you are taking care of yourselves. So yeah, I will be, okay, so I have like an hour and a half. I'm going to get on and do the weekly reads, and then I'm going to start for May's readings, because I'm not really sure how this week's going to go. So might have to do some this week and some next week. We'll see. But yeah, I hope, exactly. And just be gentle with yourselves in the process. Be gentle with yourself. That is the biggest thing that I can tell you, is just be gentle with yourselves. And know that you are loved. And if you ever need me, I am always here for you. And that will never change. Okay. That is one thing that will never, ever change. So, yes. So much love. And I love it. I love it that, all these different beings and different personalities and ethnicities and all these different energies can come into one place and just feel at home and be able to connect to each other and love each other fully. And that, so much gratitude to all of you. So thank you for showing up for me and for yourself. I love you guys so much, and I hope that this helps you. Because it has been one hell of a week, and it's definitely been one hell of a weekend. So yeah, I hope that all of you are doing well. And again, if you need me, I am here. Don't ever forget that, and don't ever forget how special you are. Okay, please don't. Always remember how special you are and what you're here for. Hey Nick, you missed it. Nick, you missed it. I'm actually going to get on and do the weekly energy read if you want to hop on that, Nick. But yeah, I'd love to catch up with you. I hope you're doing well, brother. So, all right. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope that it helped you on some level. And yeah, if anyone would like a personal reading or just like to chat, you can email me at whispersofgrace1016@gmail.com. And if anyone would like to leave a love donation, there is the donation link down below in the description box. I appreciate all of you. And remember, no amount is too small. I really appreciate all the energy exchange. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment. Let me know how this resonates with you if you're catching the replay. And I wish you all the love and blessings that you could possibly handle this week. So, hey, Jai. But yeah, I'll catch all of you soon, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.